Today I'm going to be showing you air fryer chaklis, which is an Indian snack, and I'm going to be using a press like this. It's kind of like a cookie press with different heads. I'm going to be using a star-shaped single head, and for that I would need half a cup of chickpea flour or gram flour that we call in India, and or besan, which is the Hindi term for it, and then 1 cup of rice flour. I'll need half a cup, of yogurt. This is homemade yogurt. You can use any kind of yogurt you have, and about half a teaspoon of sesame seeds, cumin seeds, turmeric, chili powder, and that is asafoetida or hing, which is a Hindi term. It actually helps with digestion and gives a very earthy aroma to the chaklis. And I've also added about a quarter teaspoon of citric acid because I like that a little sourness. If you add lime juice to it, it could make the dough a little too soggy over time. So I'm using citric acid, and then half a teaspoon of baking soda, and about a little less than a teaspoon of salt. You can adjust it to your seasoning. And I also have about a tablespoon of oil. This is olive oil that I'm going to be heating, and so I'm going to mix it all together with the heated oil and a little bit of lukewarm water. Dumping it into a mixing bowl. This is about 1 cup of rice flour, half a cup of gram flour or chickpea flour, and then all the spices go in. Then half a cup of yogurt, and I'm gonna be taking a little bit of warm water. I'm going to mix it all together, and you want to pour in warm water. It helps bind the dough together, and add a little bit at a time because it's very hard to adjust if it's too much, but you can always add a little more water. That's the same thing with salt or any of your strong spices. I'm just adding about a tablespoon of warm water. You want to bring it together into a firm dough. Maybe another tablespoon if needed. At this point, you can give it a quick taste to see if you want to make it a little spicier or you want to add a little salt. So you can see it's all come together. You probably needed about a tablespoon and a half of water, and that's it, because my homemade yogurt has a little more moisture, unlike the Greek yogurt. So if you're using a Greek yogurt, you may need a little more water. Heated oil that I'm pouring into the dough. It's just about a tablespoon. The whole idea is to reduce the amount of oil you put on the snack. It's usually deep fried, and it's a great tea time savory snack. This should make about 24 medium-sized chaklis. So you see the consistency, it's pretty firm, but not too, it's malleable, like a regular dough. And if you don't have a press, you can always roll it kind of like pasta and then break it up into pieces like this, thin, long pieces, and air fry it. But it comes out best with this press. You can also make them into little balls and then air fry it this way if you'd like. The chakli press, and I'm just going to insert a long I've divided the dough into a third, and I've just rolled it into a long tube, so that way it goes into this cookie press, a chakli press. I'm just going to get this all set up. And all you do is pipe this into a circular direction. You can comes out quite easily, and then you just kind of cut the end off when you get the right size. So here you go, they're all piped. And if you don't have one of these presses, you can also put a very small star tip onto a Ziploc bag or piping bag and then pipe it just the same way as you would pipe any kind of icing or cookies. And I'm just going to lightly spray some oil over, and I'm going to air fry it at 350 for about 10 to 12 minutes. These have just come out of the air fryer. You can see that they're slightly brown and really crispy. It goes great with Indian tea for an